how's the responsibility? What new responsibilities does a data engineer have as opposed to DBA?
So I think it's a little bit different. It's nuanced, but I think the data engineer, and again, it varies in different places, but I think it should be that the data engineer is responsible for ensuring the integrity and the timeliness of that data. So where a DBA would say that I own the hardware, and that's the hardware and maybe some of the physical tables and things like that. The data engineer is more responsible for delivering an end product of, is this data set here? Is it correct? And is it on time? So there's a little bit more responsibility. That's how you get closer to the customer, is what I was saying, alluding to earlier. So yeah, it's a little bit more responsibility there. And also we talked about this earlier, but as a data engineer, you're not patching versions and looking at a lot of those more you're doing that, but it's less of the less emphasis there. A data engineer also, like I should mention, you're marrying kind of the concept of a DBA and a software engineer. So you're
Yeah,
taking a lot of that history of what the DBA is doing and taking in the more relevant and beneficial parts of the software, the SDE role, the software app role. So one thing that I always emphasize is how can we bring in the software development lifecycle into the data world? It's been very hard. There's lots of attempts, lots of different companies and people doing it in interesting ways, but it's been really hard. But I would say, regardless, checking in code, so familiarity with Git, CI/CD, unit testing where possible, rollback, failover, all those things that are, again, not like new. I don't want to say like DBAs didn't do any of this, but
mm,
more kind of influence from the software side of things.
yeah, definitely. Even from just looking at like job specs that we've had like, over the years, like before it used to be even data engineering roles, like it's been more on the like the business intelligence data aspect. But like you said, now it's definitely moving to like more of the software skills, and that's obviously where a lot more upskilling is from businesses. Because if you're asking for this, not everyone's got it, have they? Because if, like you said, every business is so different at the minute, so many different technologies. You can't just go to another company and be fit in. You need to be upskilling and need learning and evolving. Tech gets a bit wider and bigger as well.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. Some data engineers, and everyone's different. So some data engineers are definitely more on the software side of things, of building data focused apps or websites or dashboards, whatever it may be. And there's others who are more closer to the ML side of things, and others who are more core database. So there's some room and flexibility within that role of how you different flavors of it, of how you interact with the business.